Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to our second testimonial with my mentee, Seabass. If you want to introduce yourself, bro.
What's going on, everyone? Back in the present, Seabass, 18 years old, about to be 19 in a couple of days. Currently in the middle of nowhere, but we're making it work. Taking a little testimonial call in the car, about to be fire.
Yes, sir. So, Seabass is like one of my only mentees. He was my first ever mentee. We've been working together for like, I think, 5 months now.
Yeah, like exactly.
For yeah, literally 5 months. And if you want to just mention the results for this month, after 5 months of straight beginner to organic, how much we have for the month?
This month, collectively, we have 1 day left still, but last time I checked, it was 43K. So,
It's
pretty
basically
far.
gonna be like a 45K month, like
Yeah,
in
easily.
first 45K month in physical reality.
And the cool part is that a good 75% of that, not like 85%, was from the last like 2 weeks alone. So, easily 100K month next month.
Yeah, bro, like easily like 100K month next month. That's easy, like six-figure months easy, bro. Like, oh yeah, literally last 2 weeks he only just started printing. First 2 weeks a month was like 4 or 5K, right? It was like 40K in 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah, pretty
So
much.
it's fucking easy for bro. Um,
Easy.
But yeah, why don't we get into like your kind of story? We kind of went over that in the first testimony if you guys didn't see, but like the story, your journey through organic, like and the
Yo.
mentorship.
Yeah, we started when I was still in college back in like January-ish. Probably in the January, was still in college. I did swim and water polo in college, went for like a scholarship and all that. But I'd always kind of done the whole online business stuff. I was always trying to figure something out, figure, a way out through it all. And I was doing some TikTok shop stuff, some like affiliate marketing. So I kind of had some experience with, making content and videos and stuff like that, and promoting products. But I wanted to get on the actual brand side of things, learn the back end, learn the customers, learn how to actually scale a real brand instead of just working for other people. Not that anything's wrong with that, but I really wanted to get into it. So I was looking at just how to start it like an e-commerce store, I guess, on TikTok Shop originally. Um, I kind of knew of dropshipping, but honestly, I had crazy limiting beliefs about it not working. Like, one of the first questions I asked you was like, do people actually buy from these stores? Like, because I've literally never really bought it from, or before then, I'd never really bought it from like a, dropshipping type of store. Um,
Bro, Amazon is
where we
drop
broke.
shipping. Bro,
Yeah, I
everything
know.
is drop
I didn't
shipping.
really get like I literally had no clue what it was, and so at the time I was super, um, I guess pessimistic about it. But I took a leap of faith. We hopped on a couple calls, got locked in, and I got my first sales at like $270 in like an hour, 2 weeks in, on February 13th, and then 2 weeks after that, the 2K day, and then things kind of peaked there. I'm not gonna lie. Until like 2 weeks ago, I hadn't broken the 2K day for like a single store, so it was kind of like averaging like 500 to like $1,500, I'd say. Um, every day. There'd be a couple of days where it was lower, but I think the highest day besides that was like 1,700 bucks. So kind of slowed down a bit, and then I started working by myself this last month. We went to Japan. You guys should definitely check out the vlog.
It's
My
fire.
vlog might come out, might not come out.
That vlog's never reaching the
Still
day of
editing it
life, bro.
up.
That
I'm
vlog.
still editing it up. But yeah, watch the vlog. It was fire. We went to Japan, and then I came back, and I was working by myself for a good month because I honestly, I kind of let my ego get in the way a little bit. I've done a lot of reflecting about that, but I really thought that like doing everything myself was the best possible way to go. But I didn't really realize at the same time that like my main goal in this whole thing is to be free, and to be able to experience all aspects of life. And I think to do that, you obviously have to have money and be able to like work from anywhere, anytime. And that's a direct kind of contradicting statement to what I just said, where I want to do everything by myself, because the two, don't go hand in hand. And so I realized that, and then we partnered back up a month later after I'd done like I think I did like barely like I don't even remember, but the numbers were not like maybe barely like 10K or something like that, right under that, for the month before that I was working by myself. But it was super stagnant, not a lot of growth. We partnered up, and you really helped me with the whole leverage side of things, getting creators, getting affiliates to hop on the brand with us, because we've got the original winning product, the first product I ever ran that I'm still running,
Yeah,
that we
first
got
product
creators
was
on,
a winner, of course.
and then we've got a couple other ones. So You really definitely helped me with all that, teaching me how to manage creators, how to manage people, obviously how to do, make the offers better, make everything, just compare higher, etc. So super appreciative for you for reaching back out and wanting to
Mm.
partner back up. But yeah, since then things have been great and super excited for what's to come.
So basically, what happened was, guys, like Seabass says, like we were working together for like 4 months and until like 3 months until like end of April, and then what happened was he basically just went on a pause because, like you said, he explained it. But what happened was, as soon as we started working back together again, like just instantly, it's been like maybe the beginning of this
Yeah,
month.
it was maybe like 4 or 5 days that we were kind of like planning things out, thinking of new like angles and stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
boom, shit
And
just took
then,
off.
bro, shit just took off. And you've been doing consistent. Like, his biggest day, which was a 4.5K day, he's been like,
Yeah, it was
I
like actually
mean,
4.7. I
yeah,
posted it was 4.5K like 9 p.m. I think I ended it like 4.7, almost 5K.
yeah, 20K
Um,
weeks, and
yeah,
literally, like, just
been
injected
consistently
into,
doing
like, we
like yesterday.
part.
I think it was like a 2.8K day or something like that.
And we partnered up
Easy.
together now, so literally just injected my creators, I mean, it's our creators now, into the business, and we're just scaling it super hard. But in terms of like mentorship, it's not just organic. Like, as you guys know, I'm heavy on mindset, and so is Seabass, of course, because he's my mentee. Like, bro, I wouldn't have picked someone who wasn't. And like the main thing with the mentorship is, I would say, like, obviously right now, because we're working together on the brands, we talk a lot about business, but majority of the time, I would say it's mindset. Like, I'm always helping him with mindset and stuff. So what would you say, like, in terms of the mentorship, in the last, like, even the last month working together, you like, I've helped you with, or the mentorships helped you with mindset, or
Yo,
even just your experience? Like, I mean, I've been in other mentorships where it's like, you don't get quick response times, or you don't get to hop on calls, or they just, like, the mentors don't give a fuck about you, and like, I want to see your
yo,
experience.
yeah, 100%. The mentorship, I'll do the mentorship one. He just talked about that, and then the mental stuff. But I've had, I think, I got three like one-on-one like coaches, kind of like you. I mean, not like a coach, but like mentors like you
Mm-hmm.
for different things. They're for drop shipping, obviously, but for different things. And you, like by far, most of them just don't care. Most of them, it's like they give you some kind of a like a course, like a school video, some shit to watch, and then you have weekly calls with like 20, 30 other people, just super not personalized, tailored information that they give you. But with you, obviously, it's obviously you care about it, and it's just like it's way more about like genuinely building I think a good connection with people and genuinely helping people versus even just like seeing how you operated in Japan and stuff like that. And like when we went around, um how you like respected other people and stuff like that. It was like you could see that it was more about like helping people and getting that fulfillment out of it than it was about the money. And so I really do appreciate that. That's also why I've stuck with you for so long instead of just kind of going somewhere else and doing something with someone else, because I know people that also do mentorships for paid, for organic now, from traveling and all that. And so like there's a bunch of different people I could go to, but I stick with you because it's just you give such a high level of just commitment to it all that I do appreciate a lot. But the whole mental stuff that you were talking about, the whole mental side of things, super important. I think honestly more important than if not one of the most important things of the whole business or just in your life in general that you can focus on is understanding your like just your mental, why you do what you do, subconscious, all that. I think the biggest thing that the last month you've helped me with realizing was the ego thing. Like I said earlier, I didn't want to partner back up, so I thought I could do everything myself, which you can, but it just would take a lot longer and probably be like not as enjoyable. Like we call like even like you were talking like most of the time we talk about business, but like we'll call even before this we were on like a little call, just like joking, laughing it up. And so it's
Yeah, we're
like
just
having
friends,
someone
man.
like that, that
Literally.
yeah, you can genuinely just call and like joke about shit with, like unintentionally, like you'll call to talk about something, but then you'll stay on for 2.5 hours. It's like that's just something you won't get if you're doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
And so super super glad to have someone like that. And yeah, like I said, the biggest thing mental was the ego this last month, but just understanding like just your identity and like who you want to be and like your subconscious, all that just really helps. I think you enjoy stuff a lot better. Because one thing I've been realizing, I had a talk with this other guy earlier today, was about like mental stuff, was that there are people who like don't at all think about any of this stuff, like any of the subconscious stuff, or try to look back on all their inputs or experiences or beliefs, like they don't give a shit about that, and they still, are successful, quote unquote. Like they still, do good in business and stuff like that. But I don't think that situation is like, more enjoyable. Like I think understanding it all just leads to having a more enjoyable, better life, in my
Experience.
opinion. So
Yeah. I
very
mean,
important.
that's the main goal for the mentorship. Like, of course, like it's organic in mindset, but the main goal is like you actually enjoying the process and the journey. Like that's what it's always been about. That's like the first thing I taught you. Like, it's fucking easy. Like you love work. Like you love the
Yeah.
entrepreneurship, and now it's come to a point where you genuinely love it, and now you're reaping those rewards because you're only focused on the inputs,
Hmm.
right? And
Yeah.
yeah, like with that, like kind of a segue, but I 100% agree. Like if someone, like for me, if someone like a lot of people have an experience where they don't know any of this mental shit, they just automatically, subconsciously don't have those like limiting beliefs, or like they've not grown up with the limiting beliefs, so they just fucking print. There's also people who like if you believe that the people who are successful who believe that like you need to work really hard, like 14 hours a day to make 100K a month, right? And the thing is that like they're gonna be successful. They're just at a limited reality, right? Like they're gonna have to work 14 hours a day because they believe that to be true.
Yeah.
And like I mean, there's some days where we work 12, 14 hours. That's like normal, right? Like for us, it depends on the day, right? But some days, we can work 6 hours. That doesn't determine if we're the 100K month versions of ourselves, right? So
Yeah.
100% true. That's good to hear because that's my main goal. Like I just want to I want to help you have a better experience, like a positive experience. Because like business is one thing, but life and business are the same thing, right? But I mean, like it's just about having general impact on your life. And I felt with the mentorship, correct me if I'm wrong, but like we don't just talk about business. Like it's especially with the
Yeah.
mindset stuff. Like even I like the way I speak to my students. I only have like two students, him and another student. And the way I speak to you guys is I just say I want to be your therapist. Like I actually like I want to be inside of like your life. Of course that sounds like fucking weird, but I mean like I
Thought
actually
you were gonna
want
say
to
something else.
I want yeah, I want to be like someone who you can talk to about like the deep shit because I mean, I want to help you become more aware of subconscious things, help you improve your life in general, not just, and that's gonna make you more money, of course, right? But yeah, that's fire, bro. And in terms of organic, bro, like, what would you say the main lesson? Obviously, like creators, but I mean, just in organic, like content, or just in terms of general organic stuff, like, what would you say the main lesson you've learned throughout the mentorship, whether that's concepts, whether that's creativity, like, what would you say the main thing that's been like really helpful? Like, my approach is
Yeah.
different to other people that you watch on YouTube or Instagram, you know?
I think the main thing that you have helped me with way more than like YouTube videos or anything like that, because a lot of it is not really gate kept. It's just people don't understand that. I think 100% how to like deliver the value, but you've done a great job at it. I think the main things what we've done is just thinking outside the box overall. Like there's so many different things I could say, and like obviously I could probably reflect on it a bit more to give you a better answer. But just thinking outside of the box and actually building, like becoming, one thing you always told me is like become the customer or become the consumer before the producer,
Yeah, to be
to
the
like really
producer.
understand, to be the producer, my bad, because you like really want to, if you want to build a long-term good foundational brand that, for example, like me with my first rare product that, ever touched organic with, that I've been doing now for 5 months, to be able to do that, you really have to, build a good foundation and understand like what the niche likes, what the niche reacts to, the concepts. Like I was scrolling on fucking Pinterest, like, I didn't even know that was an app, and so I knew it was an app, like I never even used it, and so scrolling on like random shit like that to like actually find super, niche things that only that niche would emotionally be attached to, I think is super important.
Mm.
Also, we don't do any of the emotional shit, which I really am honestly proud of. There's a lot of people that do the emotional concepts, like of the dying kids crying in their basement
Down
because they
syndrome,
want you to buy that shit.
Godzilla.
Yeah, or even not even the emotional stuff, but like the just like no shipping and all that. Like, we don't do any of that. All our stuff is legit, and we like genuinely, even the people we work with, like the suppliers, like they genuinely want to help people. Like I've had them turn down products that don't, actually
Yeah.
help the customer, like just
Bro,
like widgets and stuff like that.
our suppliers, like, I met up with them in China, bro. That's so dial, bro. But our
Yeah.
supplier is such a fucking goat, bro. Our supplier is a goat.
Yeah, we got some good ones for sure. But like even then, like they just actually want to help people. Like it's like there's like something fulfilling when like someone emails you like a review, and like instead of wanting a refund, they like actually like the product, and they're like, this is actually such a good product, like my kid was loving it, like etc. Like it's actually so fulfilling. I got one today where someone was like actually like the product, and it's like I've had those before. It's not like it's a shit
Yeah.
product, but it's just so fulfilling, and it's like we usually a lot of people don't get that. But yeah, definitely like the main thing that I wasn't really doing myself was testing new angles and hooks and stuff like that. You really helped me think outside the box like crazy. Like I don't even know how to explain it without like leaking it, but like just thinking outside the box of like concepts and hooks and angles and like just different variations of an original product you can do. I think
Mm.
it's super super important because obviously speed's super important to the whole thing. Like if you're the first one to do, a product or an angle, you're obviously gonna have a higher chance of success with it. I'd say. I mean that doesn't have to make a limiting belief, but
No,
I
it's
think just in
true.
general,
It
when
is
it's like a
true.
new thing, like obviously people are like, oh, this is sick versus like they've seen it before. Um, and so I think really thinking outside the box is very important, and I think most people don't do that. Most people, even that just DM me out of the blue, that like want help or like advice on something, like they're just running, a generic product, the super generic run up angle. And it's like, obviously, you could get sales with that, you can make money with anything, but you're really not gonna build
Honestly.
a long term brand.
The thing is like people in the organic space, like this, like it's either you have a normal organic mentorship or you have like, I don't know, you have somewhere where it's like they're just teaching you to do emotional. When I get creator or even mentee applications, like someone will send
Hmm.
me their videos and it's just straight AI Goy slop fucking Godzilla resin Down syndrome out. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this? And the thing is that these people don't have the skill. They don't understand organic. They only understand emotional. And of course you're gonna print with that because it's just fucking retarded. Like you're gonna make money, but you're not learning any skill. Like that's why we don't do it because it's so low skill and like not to
You're like
mention
not building anything
not to
either. Like,
mention you're not building anything, and also
there's no
not to mention
point in
that's
that.
fucking scamming, right? Like we don't even
Yeah,
need to get into that part.
it's terrible.
But yeah, so we're focused on more of a branded approach because that's the approach I take with organic myself. So that's why I teach, Seabass and like my other mentees.
Yeah, like you're not gonna go to China to test out the product too if you're doing emotional. You
Yeah,
gotta build a
like
good
you're not
brand
you're not
to
scaling that shit, bro. Like, just, like
yeah.
you're just running pump and dumps. That's not all we're focused on. We're trying to build consistent income. That's why I've been able to make consistent, high five-figure months for the last
Hmm.
like year now. So if you could give one lesson to the viewer right now of like just one key thing that you learned from organic from learning from me, what would it be? Give some value
One
to the
key
viewer.
lesson,
Like just from like the
some value
last
to the
month,
viewer.
like from making this 40,
Okay, yeah, last
45K
month I
month.
said 100% thinking outside the box and actually taking action when like you get an idea. Like
Bro, you gotta listen to your
when God gives you an
intuition,
idea,
bro.
you better hurry the fuck up and take action on it before he gives it to someone else. Because literally, like, also, like, for example, there's, say you have a product that, like, you get an idea for, but, like, you'd have to order, some other part from it or some piece for it that's going to take, like, a week to get to you. Like, trying to figure out some way to actually just, like, do that yourself. Which doesn't really make a whole bunch of sense because you, like, don't know the product. But just thinking outside the box of how you can, as soon as possible, hop on something new, like, it's definitely
Speed.
super important. When you get an idea, like take instant action, just the speed to it all. It's so important. But yeah, definitely
100%.
thinking outside the box.
That's fire. That's fire. W. Yeah, because if you're not listening, like you'll have intuitive guys. Like if you guys are so
Hmm.
fucking distracted by like just social media and bullshit, like noise, where you just don't hear your intuition. Like I've had this in the past, or I've had product ideas and then I just forget because I didn't implement, I didn't act on them, I didn't write them down, and then I see someone like 2 months later fucking printing with something that I literally thought of a month ago. Where if I just implement, I would be run up six figures with that product. Like now, when I have
Yeah.
those ideas, I'm like, I don't give a fuck if I lose money, right? Like I don't give a fuck. I don't lose, right? Money circulates. But I mean, like, Jane, I don't give a fuck if I have to spend $100 on a sample and it just doesn't work out, or because it doesn't matter. Like all it matters is just implementing, because that could be the next. Like if your intuition, you gotta just like you said, like when God gives
Yeah.
you an idea, you need to fucking act fast. But yeah, this was a nice little case study on Seabass. If you guys do
Hmm.
want to be a creator for our brands, please leave a comment or just DM me on IG. That'd be great. I'm gonna leave Seabass's IG in the description too. But I'm also taking a couple more mentees. I can only take a handful at a time. I've got like two. I could probably only take max three, four. Because I mean, as Seabass has said, like it's very personalized. Like it's completely one to one. We have like we have calls really whenever. And it's just like I give a lot to the mentees, so I'm going to take a few at a time because I'm also scaling my own brands. If you guys do want to apply for the mentorship, just send me a message on IG or Discord, and yeah, you can get to the money. Any final words, Seabass?
I think we covered it all pretty good. Hope everyone nothing but the best, and keep on going. Don't stop. Don't give up. I remember I posted a picture the other day on IG, and it was like a couple months ago when I was in school. I got laughed at for trying to make a little bit of money online. I wanted to make $1,000 and then 5K. And literally, like I went to school and made a video, like a personal brand video, and people laughed. Someone played it in class, max volume. It was cringy as fuck, and it's like people are gonna hate on you like crazy. Like the teachers are gonna laugh at you, all that shit. But like, just don't stop, bro. Make their fucking,
Yeah.
monthly salary or yearly salary in a month. It's just like don't stop. 100%
Salary
will
a
get
week,
there.
bro.
Somewhere, yeah.
Something
Somewhere or
like,
another, you will get there.
yeah. I mean, like Gunnar said, time and time again, this shit won't stop. I'll see you guys in the next one.